Hello, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about my theory about Dave Filoni's Ahsoka trading cards and how they relate to what we've just learned on Star Wars Rebels. So this is your spoiler warning. If you have not watched the second to last episodes of Star Wars Rebels, please do not watch this video. Major spoilers. We're going to be breaking down some of the things that happen in that episode. So if you watched the episode, then you probably know that Ahsoka Tano lives, what was kind of confirmed by Dave Filoni back at Celebration Orlando, has now been officially seen. We see that Ezra in the future pulls Ahsoka out of her fight with Vader, and she actually saves Vader's life, which is very courageous of her. And so they have this confrontation, they have their reunion, she learns of Kanan's fate, and then she has to jump back into the real world, back on Moraband, or whatever the planet was that she was originally on. And Ezra says, when you get out, find us. So the first thing, back in Celebration Europe, in 2016, after Ahsoka's fate was revealed, Dave Filoni unveiled a series of 10 Artist Series Topps cards. Now, most of us probably, if you have followed Ahsoka's story, then you definitely know these cards. And I think, and there was always a set order. But now that we've watched that episode, that order doesn't make sense to me. Initially, when they were released, the story kind of went that Ahsoka and Vader have their fight. And Ahsoka walks off into the Sith Temple, which we saw in the season finale of the season 2 after their big fight. So, and then it gets a little bit weird. The cards are kind of out of order. So, based on this prior knowledge, I think I know this is my theory about what the cards are saying. So, first we start off with Vader and Ahsoka's confrontation. That hasn't changed. This portrait of Ahsoka, and then Ahsoka dueling him. Now, what I do think has changed is that then we have Ahsoka re-emerging from the wolf door. If you look at the wolves, it's the exact same thing as what Ezra uses to climb into the portal. So then what you have, Ahsoka re-emerges after meeting Ezra, and then you have this card with Darth Vader's mask and Ahsoka walking away. Now, I don't think this is Darth Vader looking at Ahsoka. This is just the contradiction of the two. So I don't think this has any relevant story details. It's just to kind of show, one, that Vader's mask is cut and that Ahsoka's walking away. Then we have this shot of Darth Vader walking on the surface, which we saw at the end of that episode as well. Now, this is where I think it gets interesting, and this is going to be the part that we probably won't get to see, but something that I think is equally as important. So we have the shot of Ahsoka walking into the temple from the front, right? And so she's walking. And then she comes to this doorway, and we see the convoy, who we now know is called Mortai, who is probably a spirit, a representation of the daughter of the Force as a convoy. We know they're friends, they met in the episode again, and Ezra learns the identity of that convoy. And then Ahsoka steps into this water, and she's wading in this water with Mordai flying above and these columns. And the last card that we have is Ahsoka climbing up these stairs. Now, we know that Ezra, we hope that Ezra and Ahsoka are going to get back together. That's kind of the thing, because she says, when you get back, find us. But this is very nondescript. The reason to me why she would go back into the temple and wade through the water and then come back out is very strange to me, and it seems like she knows there's something up with this water. I don't really know how to describe it. But I think now that we have this added context, the cards seem to tell a different story than they did before. And I think that was really genius of Dave Filoni to do, introduce them so early on, is that we already were familiar with this imagery, and we already kind of had a feeling of what was going to happen with Ahsoka. We knew that that wasn't the end of Ahsoka when she walks away at the end of that episode. So this has been very exciting. I'm happy to have her back. I'm happy that she's safe and to know what happened with her. And I think a lot of other Star Wars fans are too. And I'm super excited to see what's next and if she actually does make more appearances in the finale episodes. So yeah, that's that. Here's some info for you. Of course, may the Force be with you, and see you later.